don't get on my high horse. But some people make you do an assessment where your feet are perfectly straight. Most people can't do that. So I go, how do you like to squat? Let's assess how you like to squat. If you're not sure where your squat stance should be, and that's independent of like the biomechanics I talked about of like wide, narrow, is I just tell people just jump up and down a couple times until you feel like you have the most power. That's usually your squat stance. You know what you're doing in the gym, so I'm gonna trust that's your perfect squat stance. I would like you to do arms overhead and squat for me, please. Okay, and up. Yep, do me a couple more. Good. Okay, so in a perfect world, kind of like we talked about with the lunge, what I'm looking for in a squat, at least starting out, is shin angle and torso angle is identical. So arms overhead kind of like makes to see like how is her T-spine or her upper back handling it. So the first thing you could do is do the same motion, but now your arms are crossed across your chest because that takes the mobility demands of the upper back out. So you'll squat again and we'll see if that improves it. So about the same, right? Didn't really change much. But when I go to the back, I'm looking at does her hip shift. So hip shift is a really big like buzzword online. Certain people say if you hip shift a millimeter, you can't squat. You've got to do single leg stuff. Some hip shift is okay. We just don't want excessive, right? Usually, just spoiler alert, if you are shifting your hips to the right, you are shifting away from less internal rotation. So I'm shifting my hips to the left, I'm shifting away from my right hip because I don't have as much internal rotation as I need, which I'm gonna explain what that means in a second. But if your hips shift, you're shifting away from the hip you cannot internally rotate from. Right above and below. So if your hips aren't as mobile as they should be, which is very common,